Civilization and science got me out of living in a cave. That's where we all began as humans. Now we are here in a very comfortable home, helped by science and the progress the science has made. If it is hot, I can turn the air conditioner on. I get comfortable climate within the home. If it's too cold, turn the heater on, get the heat. If you're living in a warmer place, you have fans, all the comforts. I can keep listing them. Everything I've got is from this civilization and the science. Otherwise, I would be living in a cave. But then there must be a cost for all these things. So, anytime we buy a product, especially if that needs a little bit of an assembly, it comes with a manual which gives you instructions as to how to put it together first and then how to use it. If you don't use it according to how the manual is suggesting you use it, and if it breaks, you void the warranty, so you won't be compensated. You lose the capital. So anything that we buy for our comforts, it's obvious that there is a catch to it. In a very similar way, if you take the civilization itself as a product of our making, there has to be a manual. There are instructions as to how we have to live within that civilization so that it doesn't break apart. There are many manuals, the laws written, the constitution for a country, and so on and so forth are manuals. We follow those instructions because if we don't, we are punished. But there is much more than that. It's only a manual that keeps the society from falling apart, but not necessarily the human morale, our conscience. For that we do need spiritual manuals. When I understood that is when I stopped questioning some of the scriptures. Otherwise, my pride constantly tells me, we don't need all these Bhagavad Gita and all that, or this Bible or anything. Don't tell me. I know what I'm doing. Especially younger days, and magnify that when you're in your middle ages, like in your 40s, you're invincible. I know everything. I don't need to be told. I don't need religion. Religion we probably don't need ever, but I don't need spiritual thinking. I don't need philosophy. Just let me be. I know exactly what I'm doing. But then as we age, we see that that lifestyle is not giving us total mental peace. And we get more and more spiritual. That's what Bhagavad Gita in the next 2 verses is sort of alluding to. That's why I brought up this issue about the manual and following the instructions. So, in the next verse, verse 25 in chapter 5, Bhagavad Gita sort of brings some of the things that have been mentioned before in a short summary and reminds us that the way to peace is by eliminating doubts about divinity and eliminate immoral acts. Immoral may be subjective, but whatever makes you feel guilty, control your senses. And be righteous in your living. That's the guarantee for peace in our society, in our minds, and for the civilization to function the way it was intended. And it continues. Have a balanced mind about likes and dislikes. That's one of the ways, obviously, societies can break down. I have a belief, you have a belief, I don't like what you believe, you don't like what I believe, and we start fighting. Whether it is political, religious, sports, it doesn't matter. So, controlling this emotions about likes and dislikes by controlling the mind and indulging in spiritual matters with all the things mentioned in the previous verse and in that is how you attain peace.